Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed rapper, producer, and songwriter, the one and only, CHRIS FALCON. For more on Chris, you can read more about him right below this video, but in the meantime, take a sneak peek at the incredible talent of the one and only, CHRIS FALCON.
Hey, shout it us. Yeah. Hey, see me live. Hey, that's see me live, right? Whoa. Hey. Step in the room, Falcon on stage. I'm about to go rage, I'm about to go dumb. You are what you eat, but you pay what you want. I don't want no bitch, I don't reach for no son. I'm everywhere, I'm in the crunch, taking the time, I'm eating my lunch. He still call me rags, bread in a duffel bag. Boy, I don't puff no pass. I'm in a mansion, pad. Why would I war when your shit plastic? I got my chain and my master. Dad a rich ghost, but you know that I'm rapping. Turn to a rocker, chopper is gon' hit your chakras. Just saw the book in the locker. My bro, we strapped, but he shoot like he come from Gonzaga. Gonzaga.
Well, hello, Chris, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? I'm good.
I am doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you, my friend, and you are an absolutely incredible, you're a multi-hyphenate. You're an acclaimed rapper, you're a producer, you songwrite, you do everything. And I want to know, Chris, where did you grow up and who were your musical influences growing up?
Okay. So to start off, I grown up in Prince George's County, Maryland. If most people know, that's you know, a lot of people like to combine DC, Maryland, Virginia, but the part of Maryland that I'm from, it's like the outskirts of DC almost. So it's really close to DC. Sometimes I'm like 15 minutes, depending on where you're from. So my musical influences growing up came from a music sound style that we had growing up called go-go. So it's really it's free form most of the time. You know, it's not like planned out, but the acoustics is big on live performances. So I listen to a lot of go-go artists. A famous person from that scene that people may know is Wale. He's like the first big rapper to come from my area to do that sound. But I also listen to people like Nas, the traditional hip hop, Jay-Z. I grew heavy on Kanye West. You know, just a lot of the producers and artists that really inspired me. Most people that mostly inspired most people inspired me too. I listen to it all.
Well, what I like about you, Chris, is unlike most people, you make it your authentic voice in whatever you do. It's almost as if you fused all of these inspirations that you just mentioned, but you do it through your own love of different disciplines and different sensibilities of the music world. It's almost as if like you took all of your favorite artists in love with music and you put it in a cauldron and you did it the Chris way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I actually appreciate that, and I'm glad that it translated like that, because when I make music, that's one of my main focuses. Like I love originality. Like even when I listen to artists nowadays, I would almost take someone who's almost not as talented to most people if they're more so original. You know, like
I
original.
agree.
You know what I mean?
Cookie cutter people out there trying to be second-rate versions of someone else instead of the first-rate version of themselves.
Exactly. So just growing up, being big on that and knowing that that's my main focus, I guess when I started making music and taking it more seriously, I just started to tap into what I felt was original me, you know what I mean? And I'm just glad it you know, translated like that.
Well, it translates for me. It translates for anyone who just listened to your song Gonzaga. And for those who have listened to your latest single, Thrash Brawler, I want to know for Thrash Brawler, what was the inspiration behind the song for you?
So Thrash Brawler is it's actually a few, well, Thrash Brawler is the EP and on Thrash Brawler, it's a lot of songs. The inspiration for it was just me feeling the times that we're in right now. I feel like played a huge part. I felt like, and if you look at the cover art, it's kind of symbolic of some of the things I feel like is going on. It's like a monster attacking the town, and I'm coming from the sky trying to save the world, kind of. So I took on like a mission, mercenary kind of approach to it. I just wanted to go out. I just wanted to make this my most animated project, if that makes sense. You know,
Well, it literally is. Literally, when people see the cover, it is of this Godzilla-like creature peering around a building, and there you are, Superman, ready to rescue. And in this case, your music. And Chris, you know, you mentioned something interesting that obviously not a lot of artists are willing to talk about, but you've mentioned this has been a tough time for humans and artists especially. And the fact that you've been able to take this time to look within and produce this EP that hopefully is gonna, well, I know is going to help heal a lot of people, but also one that I think is a lot of people are gonna be able to relate with. You have a relatability factor, and I'm sure you've been told that before, and that's probably you just being you being authentic. There are young artists watching this right now, Chris. What advice would you give to them if they're looking to pursue a career in the arts?
Well, first of all, I'm honored because I have been told that I have like a relatability factor, and if I could tell any young artist right now, I would tell them, make sure that not only you're doing your music with good intentions, that you still have that passion that you had when you first wanted to start. Like, never lose that focus, you know, because I think that in a weird way will guide you through your journey, you know, just remembering why did I start this? What do I love this for? You know, and if you're passionate enough, I think you should be able to persevere, you know what I mean? Also, just make sure that you don't give up. And one thing I learned about most artists, and even I had to tell myself, I stopped being so hard on myself, you know. I stopped looking for a goal, you know, and just started looking like, am I satisfied in me being the best me, you know?
That's right. And Chris, that's such a great reminder, especially now when we're on everyone's on social media, everyone's looking at each other, the grass is always greener, everyone's like, ooh, look what that person's accomplishing, why aren't I? But to stay in your lane and to realize that exactly what you're saying, Chris, it's not the destination, it's the journey, and enjoying the journey. And also, Chris, it's so evident, even on that cover of your EP, that you obviously have not lost that childlike sense of wonder and excitement about what you do. And that excitement is contagious, in that I can imagine little Chris Falcons watching you on social media and downloading your music, being like, oh my God, that guy, he sings like that and he's got cartoons on his album cover. That's me. You are giving permission for people to also be themselves.
Well, that's my main thing, because most of the artists that I looked up to, I felt had that, you know. And I always say, if I can inspire one person, then it was all worth it, you know. Like you said,
mission accomplished today. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you.
Yes, thank you. And you too. And just with everything, you know, I want to give just thanks to you and the platform and just everything that you have going on, because that is perfectly aligned with a lot of the things that, you know, I look for with, you know, just being able to be more so for the music and for the artists. Like, I think that's just a really important thing for the culture, that I just think we as artists and creatives have to uphold, you know, just making sure that it's for the music, you know what I mean? So.
Chris, you're a beautiful soul. You're moving me right now. I'm a grown man crying on a Friday, but
I appreciate it.
Yes, your family must be really proud of you.
Yes, and that's one of my biggest accomplishments too. Like, not to be like, too sad or anything, but my family just like, because when I first started making music, they didn't normally just come around. It took a little bit of time, and it took a little bit of just growing up, experience, and now the fact that they request my music more than anybody, you know what I mean? And that's to me just blows my mind. So like I said, I couldn't be more happy. It's a beautiful thing, definitely.
Well, Chris, I'm so excited that you're joining the FENIX platform, and you amongst now hundreds of artists from around the globe have joined it, and hopefully it'll be millions soon. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait for these artists and people from around the world to get to know not only your music, but you. And listen, little Will is thinking that if he had you watching you while he was growing up, he'd be looking up to you. And I look up to you now, my friend. You are absolutely incredible. And I thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so much, Will. Like you said, I can't wait. I look forward to working with the FENIX platform. Thank you very much. This was a great opportunity, great interview.